How much of a railfan community is it right here?
Hello and welcome to Norfolk Southern's Oyama Yard. Sitting at milepost 54.5 on the Asheville District, the small flat switching yard serves the city of Hickory and the surrounding areas. 568 days post-Hurricane Helene, we're gathered here to watch the first freight train depart westbound for Asheville. Today's manifest train 107 of the 18th would be led by Norfolk Southern 9900, a C44-9W locomotive built in September of 2004. These -9 locomotives are on borrowed time with the AC-44 C6M rebuild program nearing completion. An example of these rebuilt locomotives is trailing second in the consist. Many local rail fans were gathered here at the west end of the yard as the train prepared to depart. Local rail fan Drew Pope was on site from the nearby town of Cherryville. How's it feel to come out here for the first time, seeing the first train?
Man, it's good. We got a good crowd out here, and I think everybody's excited to see it go west and reach Asheville once again. It's been a mess since the hurricane, so I think we're all pretty excited.
At around 7:45 a.m., the crew arrived in the trainmaster's car to board today's train. After boarding the train, the crew would have a short period of time to get the consist moving to keep the train on schedule. After looking at the sunlight map, we pinned a spot at the Bradshaw's train service's yard in Hildebrand. The westbound train running out of the sun wasn't ideal, but we tried our best to make things work out here. Upon arrival, we met up with local father and son duo Dalton and Shannon King. How do y'all feel about the first train running through?
Love it.
Yep, sure
Been
do.
waiting on it to happen for a long time now.
Very excited.
Where are y'all chasing it to?
Probably Asheville.
Alrighty, well, we'll see you
I'm
along
just
the
along for
chase.
the ride.
As Engineer Ingerick gives countless horn blasts, our train is closing in on the small town of Hildebrand. This will be our first real look at the 59-car train. Moving westbound, we set up along with many other photographers at the historical Morganton Train Depot. The depot was built in 1886 and served the Western North Carolina Railroad along with the Southern Railway. The depot is on the list of proposed Amtrak stops to Asheville. After winding through Connolly Springs, Valdez, and Drexel, the train finally showed up here at the milepost 78. There were multiple speed restrictions along the route due to the train's rather long length.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That'll be safe.
Me too, man. We somehow ended up finding a spot without any other photographers here at Nebo. After this point, the train would run over top of the former clinch field at Marion as they closed in on Old Fort.
I'm thrilled that the trains are coming back because the tracks were so devastating around here after the plane. And everyone's excited about the trains starting to run again. My husband actually retired from Norfolk Southern.
Okay, awesome.
So he worked for years for them, and it's close to my heart.
Welcome to the town of Old Fort, North Carolina. Old Fort sits at the bottom of Norfolk Southern's famous Old Fort Loops and was one of the many communities directly impacted by Hurricane Helene in September of 2024. The town is home to another historical depot, which has now been turned into a railroad museum. Today, April 18, 2026, many people from the community are gathered here to welcome the trains back as our train prepares to tackle the hill. Norfolk Southern's media team was on site at the ceremony to give information, answer questions, and hand out small gifts to the community. We talked to the company's communications manager, Heather Garcia, about the historic day.
I'm Heather Garcia. I'm a senior communications manager with Norfolk Southern.
So how do you feel getting the mountain back open, and how do you think that it impacts the community that's around you? I mean, you see all the people out here, so how do you feel being a part of the company that's kind of brought this together?
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this day for a while when we could, we've been getting questions since the storm hit, basically. What about the loops? When is this section going to open? Obviously, we were able to reopen the part that goes from Asheville to the west last year, about a year ago, and this one was the one remaining piece, really, this 15-mile stretch here. So we've been really excited. It's amazing to see how excited the community is, too.
Yes, and we're super excited to see the first train come through, and we hope there'll be many more. So thank you so much. It's been 568 days since the last freight railroad movement rolled over these rails, and just after 10:45 a.m., a freight train pulled up to Old Fort Depot for the first time since Hurricane Helene. After everyone got settled and off of the locomotive, we got a chance to talk with the most important man of the day. Ron Ingerick is a 29-year veteran for Norfolk Southern and had the honor of operating today's freight train.
My name's Ron Ingerick. I've been with Norfolk Southern for 29 years. I'm an engineer for the Asheville District between Asheville and Salisbury.
How do you feel being able to be a part of this and bring the first real train over the Old Fort Loop after Norfolk?
It's going to open great opportunities to open up this line for freight, and hopefully one day have Amtrak come through here.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're excited about the opportunities to help the customers out, West North Carolina out with the additional freight that can come through here and help the customers in the community.
How do you feel being a part, like being able to run the engine and see all these people along the track so happy to see the train come back? How does that make you feel?
It's encouraging. It's amazing the people turns out. We see a lot of y'all on the tracks every day as it is, but it's nice that the community can come out and support us and how we can support the community. So.
We thank everyone here at Old Fort for their time and effort to talk with us, but now it's time to get the show on the road. After about 30 minutes sitting at the crossing, the train got underway as they prepared to tackle the Old Fort loops. After departing the depot, our train would wind along Mill Creek before finally reaching the low fill just behind the camera. Our train would then loop around the first massive horseshoe up to the high fill. Even with all empty cars, the two GEs were pulling hard as they ascended the mountain. Unfortunately, as per usual, the drone was acting up, so I was unable to get any aerial footage of the train. Check out our earlier videos on the loops to see some bird's eye view of the trains looping around the fill. After making the treacherous trip down the mountain from the fill, we headed up to the top of the grade at Ridgecrest. Unfortunately, we were joined by this individual who wasn't planning on moving for our train. After some choice words were exchanged, he decided it was best interest for him to get out of the gauge. With how long it's been since the last real train, the flooded crossing equipment at Black Mountain wasn't working properly. The crew would have to stop and flag the crossing in order to proceed. After flagging the crossing, the train would once again be on the move. Once again, our individual down there at the tunnel portal was having no part in behaving correctly. Unfortunately for him, we had the whole incident on video, and he's now been contacted by the Norfolk Southern police.
Dude, you were an absolute moron.
You ever ridden on a train?
No, I haven't.
For our final shot of the chase, we gathered in Swannanoa, North Carolina at the west end of Grovestone Siding. The train is no more than a half an hour away from Asheville as they approach milepost 128. As seen here again, these flood-stricken crossings are continuing to slow our train. They would flag one more crossing downtown Swannanoa before reaching Biltmore. As this historic train rolls west into Asheville, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the people involved in making this day possible. The work that R.J. Corman and Norfolk Southern completed on the mountain is incredible and essential to Western North Carolina growth. I hope everyone enjoyed this journey together, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.